You're gonna love him. Give it up for Graham Nolan, everybody. Graham Nolan.
Oh, hi. Who here is in a relationship? Yeah? I am too, actually, and it's kind of scandalous because it is an open relationship. And here's the secret. It is so open, I don't even know who I'm dating. I've never met my boyfriend. That's how you keep it exciting. It's actually very lonely and jaded. I'm such a Miranda, you know? Like Sex and the City, I've got like the bitterness and the cynicism and the haircut. I wish I had the shoulders. That show like changed everything though. Like you can go up to a really professional, beautiful, well-to-do woman and say, "You're a whore!" And she will justifiably get very upset. But if you go up to the same woman and say, "You're a Samantha," she goes, "I'm buying brunch." It's the weirdest thing. That show changed everything. We owe it a debt as a society. Like, guys used to say stupid shit like, "There's two kinds of women in the world. Women who want to fuck me and lesbians," right? And then Sex and the City comes up and it's well Manillo'd heel and goes, "Excuse me, we're more complex than that. There's 4 kinds of women in the world. And we're all white and we're all rich." I would actually never want to be rich or famous. Lindsay Lohan kind of ruined it for me. She got famous and now she looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings got a spray tan. I feel bad for her, but she looks like a Victoria's Secret model that's losing the Hunger Games. It's really sad. I actually will never be famous myself because my sex tapes are disgusting. And that's if you can even see anything because it's so dark in the bathrooms at work. But you do what you can with what you got when you're the only person there. I'm trying, the tapes have motivated me to try to get in shape more. I made the mistake of seeing the movie Magic Mike, after which I was like, well, it's either time to cut off my muffin top with scissors or start jogging. I started Nike Plus. Anyone use that? To like track your runs and your pace and stuff like that. And they give you like these little motivational messages, which were really helpful, except now they're less helpful because they're from Tiger Woods and Lance Armstrong. So like, when Tiger Woods says, "Hope you're feeling great because you're doing great," I expect him to add, "Now go fuck a waitress." Or like, you know, I downloaded the new version before I went on my last run, and Lance Armstrong's voice is like, "Congratulations, you've just completed another 10 miles. Let's say it was 12. It'll be our little secret. No one needs to know." I run to burn off stress because I have like general anxiety, I believe. There were early signs of this when I was a child because in the 80s everyone had those shirts that say, "Frankie says relax," and my shirt said, "How could I possibly?" Like literally, true story, had a therapist that I would see and I would talk to her about how I had anxiety, and then she very suddenly died. And I'm like, who the fuck do I talk to about this? It was awful. I actually, death is really stressful in general. I recently attended my grandmother's funeral, and that was really, the funeral was very stressful because you have to face your family, and you have to face your own mortality, and also I didn't want to be the one that fucked up the flash mob. It's really scary. It's also really scary just in general, like New York is a really stressful city, I find. And the best example of that is I saw this guy in August, it's 100 degrees, he's like laying on the sidewalk, he's covered in dirt, it's sweaty and filthy, and there's 100 people walking around him at all times trying not to step on him, and he doesn't even flinch, and I'm like, this guy knows how to relax. Teach me how to unwind, buddy. It's also very nerve-wracking being gay. It's a source of stress for me. And I know it looks really fun on television because you always see us. It does. You see us at like raves and giving like makeovers and, winning professional wrestling tournaments. And it looks super fun, but it's really stressful. And I know it's a choice. I made the choice to be gay. I'm aware of that. It's my choice. And I was gonna be straight, I swear to God, but then this summer I saw the London Olympics and 2 things changed my mind. 1, the bodies of male gymnasts. 2, the bodies of female gymnasts. right back to gay. And the other thing is you have to sort of be like an ambassador to the straight community, because when straight people get a couple Mike's Hard Lemonades in them, they start asking questions. When I was in a relationship, they'd ask, like, which one of you is the guy and which one of you is the girl? And I'm like, well, I prefer to pee sitting down, and he's a terrible driver, and neither of us enjoys sex that much, so I think we're both the girl. And then, you know, they always ask, like, on the first date, who pays for dinner? Because in the straight world, you know, the guy always pays for dinner, but in the gay world, there's no equivalent because we don't eat in front of each other. Not if you want a second date, you know. And then eventually, if they get, like, really drunk, they'll ask about anal, and I tell them the truth. It's like running up the down escalator at the mall. Everyone thinks it'll be fun to try it once, but no one's walking comfortably or result, and no one's really getting anywhere. I'm actually like really comfortable being gay now, and I want to prove it. I want to go to my high school reunion, and I want to go up to the biggest bully that I knew, and I want to say, you know, for every time you called me a homo, or that you tripped me, or that you made a sex joke about my mom, I forgive you. And in my fantasy, he says, you know what? You're a much bigger man than I am. And I go, that's funny, your dad said the same fucking thing last night. Boom! My name is Graham Nolan. Thank you all very much.
Graham Nolan, give it up for Graham Nolan. Come on.